Hello, and welcome back to a new episode of Beyond NSU. I'm your host, Chloe Ryan, and today I am sitting with Mr. Jaylen Hobdy. I said that right?
Oh, yeah, you did.
All right. Class of 2019, and he is here. He is back, and he's going to tell us about all of the films and all of the work that he has done post-grad. But first and foremost, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing really great. I'm glad to be back.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you graduated in 2019. It's 2022 now.
Mm-hmm.
How many homecomings have you come to?
Only been to one. This is my first one.
This is your first homecoming?
My first homecoming.
Post-grad? Oh my gosh.
Yes. I've been really, really busy. I didn't find the time. But I'm glad I'm back now. It's great to be back. Seeing a lot of cool, familiar faces.
Awesome. So let's take it back to when you first started out here, or before you started out here. What made you choose NSU in the first place?
NSU, my uncle came to NSU. He's an alumni.
Okay.
And he suggested the school to me. I went to a school named King's, and then I left from there to transfer, and then I transferred to NSU.
Okay. And you're from?
I'm from New York.
All right, and you went to King's, what's this?
King's College. That's
King's
up
College?
in like Pennsylvania. I used to play football up there, and
Because
then
it sounds familiar. Did you play football here?
No, I didn't play football here. No, I went straight into video.
Okay. And you studied mass comm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you wanted to do video. So what made you want to do video? What made you want to do mass comm?
That goes back all the way to like high school. Like I was with like a group of my best friends, and then one day somebody was, you know how friends talk, they say, hey, we should like film ourselves, we get our own show, do this. I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna buy a camera, and I bought a camera and I loved it. Like I started filming them, I started filming everything we did, and then when I came to NSU, I tried to get my hands into everything.
All right. Dang. So the love for video definitely overpowered the love for football.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. So what organizations were you involved in while you were here?
NSU, I was involved in Alpha Phi Alpha, MBS. I loved MBS, National Broadcasting Society. That's where it was. Urban Control, Printed Revolution, a bunch of other organizations like dancing and modeling, but MBS is my stamp.
Dang, okay. MBS, you were a dancer, a model?
No, I just filmed all of them.
You filmed all that stuff. Oh, okay.
Made all the videos, edited all the videos, tried to, get my work in.
Okay, cool. So post-graduation, 2019.
Yes.
Where were you at? What'd you do? What was the next move?
Post-graduation, I decided to go to Norfolk State University out in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
So I wanted to get more into film. I wanted to learn more about the art of film and producing, directing, DPing, all of that good stuff. So I went out there for a year, got my master's out there. Oh,
that's dope. Thanks. So you kept on going. So you're from New York. I'm from Connecticut. We're from the north.
Oh yeah, north side.
So coming to Virginia, Southern Virginia at that, and then going to Florida. So you were just going down the East Coast.
Yep.
So how was this transition from originally being from New York to being in Florida?
I loved it.
You loved it?
Because I'm like cold weather is not my thing. So I was like,
what?
So when I got to Florida, I was like, yes, I got the warm weather,
got
the palm trees. So it was a cool transition.
Okay. All right. So you were only at school for a year. So did you stay after graduating?
No.
So
after I graduated and that year was done, I went back up north to New York and looked for jobs.
All right, and let's talk about that job search. What was your first job?
My first job was Death Saved My Life, a Lifetime movie.
Ooh.
It was a very, very fun job. I worked with Megan Good, got to meet her. She was really cool. And it was my first taste of film and like the hard work, the long hours, but the love of the crew was rewarding. And it was a good time. I'm glad I stuck with it.
Okay, that's real dope. Working with Megan Good. Oh, how did you contain yourself?
I actually myself that every day. But she was cool. She's really cool, easy to talk to. She's not, one of those that doesn't want to talk. Like she keeps it professional, but she likes to have a good time as well.
Okay, that's really cool. So how'd you get this job?
This job, I looked on Facebook actually, which is I never thought like I would be getting a job on Facebook. Like I was looking up everybody's websites like Paramount and Lionsgate, like going on their websites and tapping in applications to things I'm not even qualified for, but just keep searching. And then one of my professors said that Facebook was a good tool, so I joined a bunch of Facebook groups that are in New York, Jersey, Florida, everywhere I had access to. And then once I joined those, like people were actually posting jobs. So I like,
Wow.
yeah, it's
the
crazy.
power of social media. Like,
it's crazy.
And you thought it was like, I thought it was just solely LinkedIn, but Facebook too, to
Yep.
find these opportunities.
I didn't think, I think that was like a long shot for myself, but I was like, wow, I actually got a job. Like they responded, they told me the dates, they told me when to come in. So Facebook's a great tool, definitely.
Okay. Wow. Facebook. So what'd you do after that movie? After the Lifetime movie, what was next?
After the Lifetime movie, I went back on Facebook to search for another job. I worked on Soul Santa with David Mann, Tamala Mann up in Connecticut, in Norwich.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a BET movie. We're in the snow, but that was a cool movie as well. And I met a bunch of great people, networked. And then after that second job, I never had to look for another job.
Oh wow, the jobs just came to you.
Yeah, like once you make that networking
Blessings.
and people like love working with you, and you know you have a lot of offer, they'll just they'll keep giving you jobs. And you won't have to look for anything.
Okay, so where are you at now?
Right now, I'm in Jersey City. I'm in Jersey City, and I'm working in New York now, working on Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So that job was offered to you, or you
No.
You applied for Blue Bloods.
I got a recommendation.
You got a recommendation. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I worked on a Netflix movie, and then I was networking with them.
Netflix. How did you just skip out on Netflix? We talked
Oh.
about Lifetime. How are you going to skip
I'm
over
jumping to
Netflix?
everywhere.
So let's talk about working for Netflix, and then we'll talk about Blue Bloods.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Well, Netflix was really cool. That's my first like major film, because everything else was Lifetime movies, Hallmark movies, like low budget stuff. And then Netflix was just, I was so glad for the opportunity. I was a key production assistant on there, so I had a little position of power to make myself like, because I want to do assistant directing as well. So it gave me a little power to like maneuver and get the feel for what it is like to be in big budget stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that, the same team for another Netflix movie, Happiness for Beginners. Don't know when that's coming out, probably next year.
Okay.
And from that movie, that's where I got my recommendation. Like one of the drivers or one of the locations assistants used to work on Blue Bloods and gave me the email for one of the assistant directors, and they emailed me back and hired me.
Oh wow, that's really awesome. Going from Lifetime to Netflix is a big deal, because Lifetime, a lot of people are not watching TV anymore. They're just relying on streaming services. So the fact that your stuff is being watched on streaming services is really dope.
Thank you. It's a blessing, man. I'm glad that I've stuck with it, and God has opened so many doors for me. So, and I'm just ready to share it with other people, trying to get other people jobs, get everybody in the industry, because for some reason, it's so hard to get in. And nobody's like, not a lot of people are giving a helping hand. So I'm trying to, bring NSU folk as well, and anybody I can to bring the journey with me.
Love that. Okay, so what's your day-to-day doing Blue Bloods? What's that like?
Blue Bloods, day to day,
Yeah.
early mornings, come in, so I'm first team production assistant. So I work with the actors and everything. So I'll get their contracts. I'll make sure they sign their contracts, get everything signed, put them through hair and makeup, wardrobe, and then get them ready for the scene, basically.
Okay, cool. So you did slip in there, you wanted to do assistant directing. So is that what you want to do in the future? Or what other future goals do you have?
Future goals, my main goal is directing and producing, mainly producing. I really want to learn how to put the project together and whole from scratch. Put the project together, and really, that's how I feel like I will be able to put people on the best. Because as a producer, you're putting a project together, you're putting your team together. So you put who you know works well, who you know wants to learn, and you make magic happen. So producing definitely first, but assistant directing is something that I feel like I need to learn, because it's all about scheduling. It's all about how to know how to pick the days, how to pick times for different days. It's just a lot of maneuvering. It's management. Yeah. So I really want to learn that before I jump into the producing step. Yeah.
So you're definitely learning and observing while doing production for Blue Bloods.
Oh, absolutely.
But what other steps are you taking to make that big step to assistant directing and producing?
I am working on my own stuff as well. I'm working on trying to get a short film together, and just doing a short film itself, like getting a budget together, getting a team together, get the script together. All that stuff is really teaching me what I need, what the basic things I need to put a film together. And then next I want to try and do a feature and do the same thing.
Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so other than referencing Facebook, what advice would you give to students who want to go into working in films?
Networking is key. Networking is key. It's all about who you know. It's not about what you know. They'll teach you it on the job. Even in Full Sail, I learned a lot of things at Full Sail, but it was nothing like hands-on experience. Like once I got on set, I really knew what it was like to be on set. I had the knowledge, I had the keys from Full Sail, but I didn't have that grit and that grind, you know?
I know what you mean.
So definitely taught me how to do that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
Unfortunately, we are running out of time. But I want to thank you for watching, and I want to thank you, Jaylen, for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm your host, Chloe Ryan, and thank you for watching.